What up, what's going on? It's your boy Domino Games 365, and in this video, we're gonna be talking about when is the best time for you to train. Yes, when is the best time for you to work out? Is it the morning? Is it the afternoon? Or is it just before you go to bed? Stay tuned, I got a lot of good stuff coming up for y'all in this video. Come on, let's go. SNTL fam, what's going on? Listen, I'm doing this video because the number one question I got this week was, Damo, we see you train at night times, we see you train in the mornings, we see you train in the evenings. And the answer to that question is, there's really no best time for you to train, right? Because everybody has a different schedule. However, depending on the schedule that you have, you may have more productive training sessions at specific times. Now, here's what I mean by that, right? For me, I'm a father of 4, right? Married, I got puppies, I got a full-time business I gotta run. So in the daytime for me, it's a little bit hectic, right? I got a 3-month-year-old at home. So for me to kind of get out of the house in the middle of the day and go hit up a gym session is not really that easy, right? So sometimes training at night times is best for me, right? Also, what I've noticed was when I used to train at the gym, because right now I train at an in-home gym. When I used to train at a public gym, I used to go to like Blink, I used to go to LA Fitness, I used to go to even Planet Fitness, or whatever gym I used to go to. Sometimes I found it was better for me to go to those gyms at nighttime, like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why, it was less crowded. And because it was less crowded, it was less waiting for the machines, because one of the things I hate waiting for machines. I hate seeing people sitting on machines on their phone. It drives me crazy. It actually pisses me off. So I like to go to the gym at that time. And also a lot of the workouts that I do is I do like supersets, or I do circuit workouts. So if I'm hitting the bench press and then I need to go hit, like a tricep pull down or the cable machine immediately after, I don't want to have to bump into somebody, so I'll train at the nighttime. Sometimes I'll train in the morning. Like right now I'm making this video, it's about 7:30 in the morning, and I'll come to the gym, and as you can see, there's nobody in here. It's completely empty. So that's another time where you can come to the gym early in the morning, because there's really nobody here and you kind of have the place to yourself. Now, as far as health benefit wise, for me, and I'll talk about me and some of the clients I've worked with, I've gotten feedback from some of my clients saying that, hey, it was more productive for them when they worked out in the morning. And the reason why is because working out in the morning, they were able to kind of get that blood flowing, right? They were kind of able to kind of just get a nice little morning sweat, get that heart rate elevated, right? They were kind of to just kind of accomplish something. So when you start the day accomplishing things, you kind of build up that momentum to go throughout the day. So if you're the kind of person that like to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, that ain't easy, right? And let me not say it's not easy, because easy is what you say it is, right? It's not. It's a challenge for most people to do that because their bed is so warm and cozy and comfortable. They don't want to get up that early. So if you can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, right, hit the gym, put in a little 45-minute session or a 30-minute session, and then come back home and take a nice little cold shower, right, you're gonna feel a lot better sometimes starting out the day, because you've hit off a big accomplishment, right? So you physically trained your body, and the fact that you had to get up that early, you also had to do something to your mindset to be able to pull that off, right? So that's one of the benefits that I'll see as far as getting up early to training in the morning. You kind of get that out the way where you're now physically prepared for the rest of the day. You get what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, there's also people who like to train in the daytime, right? They're just not a morning bird, right? They don't want to train late at night, so they just want to get up and train in the afternoon, right? I do it as well, because like I said, being a father of 4, having things to do in the morning times, sometimes I gotta go train at 11, 12 o'clock. Now, the risk you run with that is the gym is packed, right? The gym is packed sometimes, and it's not easy to move around on the machines. Now, there's some people who like that. They like to see the packed gym. because they like that motivation. They like to see somebody else doing something so they can kind of feed off of that person's energy and they can build on that. Me personally, I like when the gym is like this, because when I come in, I like to get my work done, I like to get in, and I like to get out. And I don't like to be waiting on dumbbells or waiting on equipment because somebody's sitting there just jerking off. I just kind of want to get this job done, right? So personally, to me, I really think that, you know, there's benefits of training at different times. You know, for example, if you're training at night times, you know, training at night times, I love training at night times because one, well, after I'm finished training, I go home, I drink a nice little shake, right? I may eat something, and then I go directly to bed, right? So after a nighttime training session, you're exhausted. You're completely wiped out because you've had the entire day where you had to go through that day mentally, emotionally, physically, and then you had a physical just pull that you put on your body. So now by the time you get home, you take a nice little shower, right? And then you hop in your bed, take a couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes to wind down, and just like that, you are knocked out, sleeping good, right? So when you look at it, training in the morning, training in the afternoon, training at nighttime, which one is better? It really all depends to you. You know, I'll tell you a funny story. I got a friend of mine who's in New York City and he works for transit. And his work schedule is super late. Like he goes to work at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I also have friends who work in the hospital and they work that 7 to 3 or 11 to 3 schedule, right? So sometimes they even work that 11 to 7, meaning 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So they sleep mostly throughout the day. And then they wake up about 9 o'clock, right? They'll have dinner, but it's really breakfast because they started the day at 10, 11. So they'll have that first meal for them at 9, 10 before they go to work. And then some of them will even get up, have a quick meal, go to the gym at like 9:30, work out for about 45 minutes, get back home, and then go to work for 11. So for somebody like that, they're starting their day at 11 p.m., right? So they're starting their day at 11 p.m. So the first workout for them it would be anything at 7, 8, or 9 o'clock because that's when they're starting their day based on the schedule of the job that they work, right? Now, for somebody else who works a regular job in the daytime, for them, their day is 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. So it really varies as far as, I would say, you know, based on your schedule, you know, based on your availability, based on the gym that you're going to, you know, if you have the opportunity to go to a crowded gym or wherever you gotta go. Now, if you train here at home, you know, one of the things that I practice is put it on a schedule because sometimes when you say, hey, I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna go work out at 5 o'clock or work out at 4 o'clock, if it's not on a schedule, you get sidetracked. Somebody call you up and they say, hey, let's go eat. Somebody come over, you pull out a beer, you pull out a glass of wine, and then as you start drinking, you know, as you start hanging out, you get into that comfort zone and you don't want to train at nighttime anymore. So I can definitely see why, you know, somebody will say to you, it's better for you to train in the morning. Because if you train in the morning, there's less things that can get in your way, right? So as soon as you get up, you go boom. You kind of get into the gym, you start training the body, you start putting the body under that physical stress, and then you go start your day. So it's like the workout is checked off the list, right? How I operate is I operate from a schedule. So I have a calendar, right? I have a monthly calendar that I look at. And based on how my calendar looks and based on what I have going on, I may put gym session in the PM here, gym session here in the morning. You know, if I can, sometimes I'll go squeeze in a double session, meaning I'll go hit the gym in the morning, then I'll go hit the gym in the night. So today I'm going to do a double session today. So dropping my kids off at school, right? Drop them off at the bus stop, right? My daughter's school bus comes at 7:30. Actually comes at 7:20. So the bus just picked her up. Then I came in here. I'm gonna work out for about half an hour. Then I'm gonna go home, and I might come back out here later on in the nighttime to have a double session, right? So to be kind of like sharing with you some of the stuff that I've done and I've been training for a very long time, right? It really depends on you, you know, as far as the scientific aspect goes, as far as, you know, when is it better to train, morning, noon, night, afternoon, we can have that discussion all day and we could bring up stuff to kind of validate the mornings and support the afternoons and support the evenings. To me personally, I think the best time to train is based off of your schedule. It's based off of what your goals are, what your needs are, what your environment looks like, what you have access to, and where you're gonna get the best results. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about you getting to that optimal goal, which is that best or most favorable state of being for yourself. So listen, do me a favor, man. If this video was any helpful at all, if I was able to kind of share something with you or enlighten you about something or kind of help in any way, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and listen, share this video with somebody who's right now, going back and forth about when's the best time to work out. Listen, the best time to work out is now if you really want to get into that shit. The best time to work out is now if you really want to get into it. So look, while you at it, man, drop down, give me 20 push-ups and just call it a day. Because that's really the best time to work out, because that's really the only time you got guaranteed. You ain't got no other time. But if you can't give me those 20 push-ups now, like I said, put it on a calendar, put it on a schedule. Whatever you schedule is more likely to get done. So that's how I operate. That's how I run my life. I do things on a calendar, on a schedule. Everybody's different, but don't let nobody kind of just make you feel like you got to stick to this strict time, only working out in the morning. And if you miss the morning, you now start feeling bad about the whole situation, right? So if your job changes, the hour changes, if you have a family at home, you have kids at home, the best time for me may be in the nighttime because, like I got things to do. The best time for you may be in the morning. Does it mean your time is better than my time? Nah, I don't. So listen, I hope this video helped once again. It's your boy Domino Games 365 all day, every day. And remember, sweat now, talk later. Peace.